Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and once again it's review time. And today we're going back to Titan's Return, looking at another deluxe in the second wave, and this time it's Chromedome. Yeah, pretty popular headmaster character nowadays, thanks to IDW, given the storylines he's been given with Rewind. Basically, the more interesting relationship that he and Rewind have. But in any case, this Chromedome is very much inspired by his G1 self, and that is fine by me. I always did like G1. As you can see, we got the brown and white, or off-white car, futuristic sports car, a little blockier than what you would expect, but still very nice looking. Got the details like the red hood and the two weapons that combine together, and thanks to these two little posts or like slots and the two posts on the top, you can just peg on very easily. Naturally, the top gun is Blur's gun, and you can see there is this 5mm peg that can go at the front, or the little peg that can go into the back. Either one work very well. Now, of course, he has two, because naturally this gun here has a space where you can plug a Titan Master in and have the gun mount like a turret, which is pretty cool. As you can see, we got Siren there. It matches up pretty well. They peg in real solid into this thing. Okay, I'm having trouble getting them out. Ah, there we go. Get him out of the way. Get that going. But yeah, does roll quite nicely. For some reason, has translucent wheels. I'm not sure why. And yeah, aside from the unpaintable plastic on this part here, and the colors go pretty well. I would have liked this. I wish they could have painted this the same off-white, because I think that would have made it flow better. But aside from that, yeah, looks very good. And of course, being a Titan's Return figure, you can actually open him up to reveal Stylor. And yeah, he looks good. And Stylor was the G1 name. I think they're sticking with it for Titan's Return. I know a few of them, like most of them, changed it. But yeah, hold on. Let me get the card real quick. Yeah, he's still Stylor, and not in view, because of the way the camera's at. Okay, let's get him backed up a bit so you can see. Yeah, very tiny little figure. As you can see, we got, yeah, he's a bit different from his G1 self, given that he has the brown chest and red head instead of having the more accurate gray chest and head, which is sad, but it is what it is. You know, they can only use what colors are available. Still, I do rather like it. And yeah, we can just close this back up. There we go. Kind of hard to open and close that hood, but it works. Now let's get some quick comparisons in. First off, we'll actually bring in the mold that many have compared Chromedome to before he even came out, and that's the Streetwise or Dead End mold in this case Blue Streak. And yeah, there are definitely similarities, but there are plenty of differences as well. This is definitely built from the ground up, as opposed to being a reshell of the Combiner Wars Blue Streak or Combiner Wars Streetwise mold. So there is plenty of differences, but you can tell there were a lot of notes taken from that Streetwise mold. Next up, we're going to compare them to the Transformers Collectors Club subscription service Chromedome, which is a repaint of Wheeljack from Prime, and that looks pretty good. Of course, that one didn't have a headmaster, but a little arms micron that was just like Stylor. And well, it was Stylor for that set, but you know, you get the idea. And last but not least, well, not even last, because we're going to bring in the G1. And yeah, a lot of notes to take here. I mean, there are similarities, there are differences, obviously enough. There are things that have changed, but all in all still looks good. And what really is a noticeable change is the size of the headmasters compared to the Titan Masters. As you can see, G1 Stylor is at least twice the size of Titan's Return Stylor. So yeah, both the G1 figures and the headmasters are smaller for these new Titan's Return figures. Still, I do like these new Classics designs. And, you know, just for fun, just to wrap up the vehicle mode, let's bring in his buddies. Bring in Hardhead. Zoom out a little bit. Bring in Highbrow. And since I don't have the Titan's Return Brainstorm yet, we'll bring in Thrilling 30 Brainstorm, who's bigger than all of the others. But it's nice to have the four of them together. It will be nicer to have them all together at the same size, but you get the drift. And in any case, I think it's time we got into robot mode. Okay, now that we have Chromedome in his robot mode, he's looking pretty good. A big beefy bot. And I think he turned out well. Very G1 looking. Very nice. For a quick comparison, we will bring in the G1 version. Kinda gotta. And as you can see, well, the size difference is pretty obvious. You can see the similarities. My G1 Chromedome might be a bit yellowed though, so the colors are going to be a bit off. Now you can see where the arms are the right colors. The legs actually have more of the cream than what the G1 did, but it still works out pretty well. And, you know, even the red spot's in the right spot, so everything looks right. And what you also may notice is that this figure does take a lot of cues from the Prowl and Dead End mold from Combiner Wars. Very similar, but no part sharing between these two guys. So they are completely new sculpts. Well, the Chromedome's a completely new sculpt. I think he only shares parts with maybe Blur and Brainstorm, which is quite interesting. To think that they there are shared parts with entirely different mold. But yeah, still, it is a very nice figure. Get Blue Streak out of the way so we can get a little bit better look at the head. Again, the head is very much IDW inspired, which is fine. I do like this. You know, the chest is a bit big and bulky, but given that this is going to have a white repaint in Breakaway, I think I can dig that, because that will make it good for a Minerva repaint in the near future, which is always something nice, or at least a custom Minerva. But all in all, for Chromedome, it does work. You got two weapons. You got the big gun, which is used for the seat and vehicle mode, flipped upside down so it actually looks more like a gun than a thing with a chair, or a handheld turret for other Titan Masters. And then you got the same gun that came with Blur, so that's okay. You know, articulation, you got a ball jointed head, you know, go all around, up and down, left, right, the whole bit. You got ball jointed shoulders. Does seem to bang into the back, like the wheel there, so handle with care. You got bicep swivel, elbow bend 90 degree, and well, just in and out on the wrists. You got waist swivel, ball jointed hips, and thigh swivel, 90 degrees at the knee, and yeah, you can do some toe movement, but it's not going to do you much good. So, fairly articulate. I think he works. Now, for a couple more comparisons, let's bring in his Transformers Collectors Club counterpart, the subscription service Chromedome. As you can see, quite a lot of similarities, especially in the head, since they were both going for that IDW look. Although I gotta admit, Titans Return Chromedome does look a little bit better. Still, this is good for a Prime Chromedome, if you want to have Chromedome in your Prime set. And we gotta get him with the other for Headmasters. We gotta get him with Highbrow. Back this up a bit. And Hardhead. And lo and behold, while I was, well, between recordings, I managed to get Brainstorm. So yeah, we got all four of them together. So I'll do the vehicle comparisons for Brainstorm on his review, so don't worry about that. You'll see it soon. As you can see, really nice to have the four together. And yeah, I'm going to be saying it again on Highbrow's review, I know, but it's true. Now, there is one more comparison that I just have to do. And otherwise, every IDW fan will probably try to come at me with torches and pitchforks, and I don't want that to happen, so yeah. Let's get Chromedome together with his buddy Rewind. Nope. If I can get them. Yeah. As you can see, those two look awesome together. It's going to make a nice display piece. So whether you get Chromedome for your Lost Light display or you get it for your G1 display, he's going to be an awesome figure. Well, I mean G1 Classics, not actual G1, but you know what I mean. So he's going to be an awesome figure. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this review. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.